Hi everyone, Ananda here from Galactic Mystic, and today I am very excited to talk to you about the Neptune Pluto sextile that a whole bunch of us have in our natal charts. So let's talk about it. All right. The Neptune Pluto sextile, it's actually an intergenerational natal aspect. And when I say intergenerational, I don't mean generations of your family, although that may be true. It's actually generations of all the people on Earth. So beginning around 1944 and going through to about 2035, that's when this Neptune sextile Pluto aspect is active. Now, it isn't active all the time for that whole span of time, but within that chunk of many, many years, there are dozens of exact aspects of this sextile with Pluto and Neptune. And this is actually a really hopeful thing because of what this means. And to have this many people born with this natal chart aspect really sort of gives us a hint about the shifts that humanity is going to be making. Now, a lot of people are fearful of Pluto. He's the god of the underworld. He's the planet that rules intense experience, transformation, death. But a sextile is a helpful aspect. It indicates something that is innate within us. It's kind of like a background energy where it's not really loud. It's so integrated into who we are that we don't always notice it, but it's actually very, very important. Think about like the bass of a song. You don't always consciously notice the bass, but if you take it away, you really notice it. So that tells us how important the bass is, or, a sextile. Now, when it comes to Neptune, I think a lot of us tend to sort of downplay the importance of Neptune because it's this watery, unconditional love, spirituality. But just like everything that you've ever heard me say about astrology is that there is a spectrum. And so, yes, the higher aspect of Neptune is unconditional love and spirituality and, this beautiful intuitiveness. But the other side of that spectrum with Neptune is, it can confuse us, can delude us. We can delude ourselves, which happens a lot with Neptune. Things aren't always clear. It's sort of that fuzziness. It makes things a little hard to suss out sometimes. But this sextile is a really nice, beautiful, harmonious energy that blends seamlessly into who people are when they have this in their chart. These people they have a natural leaning towards spirituality, but not conventional spirituality. These are our spiritual warriors, our indigos, our blue rays. They tend to have deep and potent spiritual experiences. It's really natural and easy for them to see the cord of truth that binds all of our religions, but they can also see through the BS. They can see the truth within it, but they can also see the control systems. And the way that they operate, they don't even operate, within that. They just naturally know. And this is a knowing that they have that doesn't come from traumatic experience or learning. Like I said, a sextile is an innate energy, an innate ability. So this is just part of who they are naturally. They can deconstruct that dogma. They also can see the truth, within a lot of that religious stuff. There's a lot of sort of archaic beliefs about sex and sexuality. And that's another thing that these people can just they just automatically know that stuff isn't true. They know the truth about that and have a tendency to have sexual experiences that are spiritual in nature. Sacred sexuality is easier for them. They're sensitive. Their bodies may be sensitive, more sensitive than others. A lot of that will depend on the house. So let me back up a little bit. If you have this sextile in your chart, because these are very slow moving planets, you really want a close orb. So within 3 degrees is what I like. You may feel it still into 4 degrees, but I like a smaller orb with this. And so where the planets fall in the houses of your chart can give some clues to how and where this energy will play out for a person. For instance, if a person has Neptune in their first house, Pluto in their 10th, that could mean that their physical nature is very sensitive, and that sensitivity could lead them to make some big changes in the world. A 10th house Pluto, that's like something potent, for better or for worse, but we're going to hope for better. So you can see how the houses give us more information about how this will play out for a person. So these people, they have like X-ray vision. They can see through to the truth of things that, humanity maybe hasn't been able to see. This is especially true if they have Neptune retrograde natally. That's the sort of BS alarm that they have naturally. And so think about this. All of these people born in that span of time with this energy, it's really hopeful, right? To have a population that is more interested in the truth, in spiritual truth, rather than spiritual control, in freedom around sexuality, and sort of taking all the shame that religion has put on sex and sexuality. Imagine if just those 2 things, of course, the sextile has a lot of other qualities, but even just those 2 things, if everyone had that, how different would our world be? It's pretty cool. Do you have this in your chart? If you do, tell me in the comments below and let me know about the orb, because if you have like a 4 or 5 degree orb and you still really feel this, I'd love to know. And your houses. Do you know what houses it is in your chart? Is it playing out in your life? Let me know. One more thing I wanted to mention about this, even if a person does not have this Neptune sextile Pluto aspect in their natal chart, chances are they will still feel it, because it could show up in their solar return charts, in their Venus returns, in their Mars returns. Because this aspect is happening in the sky for such a long period of time, there's no doubt that it is going to touch most, if not all of us, born within those years of 1944-ish and 2035-ish. It's a very permeating energy. So, like I said, these are our spiritual warriors and generations of them. Yeah, things are changing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next week, I will come back. Maybe not next week, 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks. Give myself a window. I'll be coming back with some videos on the composite chart. That will be really, really good. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye.